Hey friends, it's Beth. I am the Fitness Princess, and today we are taking a closer look inside my pantry. We are going to be discussing the condiments that we use on maybe a daily basis. If you are just now tuning in, we have been taking a closer look what's in our pantries, and if you are new to the healthy lifestyle, I'm giving you some tips on how to remake or make over your pantry so that you can have ingredients in there that fit that healthy lifestyle. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but I have a ton of things on my counter today. And I just want to go over a few things, share with you some tips that of products that you can replace, give you some healthier alternatives, and even make one of my very favorite salad dressings with you today. So, the one thing that I used to use a lot of in my everyday life was condiments. I really like ketchup on my fries. I like ketchup on my hamburgers. I like ketchup, on a lot of things. But the one thing that I had no idea of was how much added sugar it had in it. So I started looking at all the other condiments in my refrigerator and on the shelves of my pantry and was just really disappointed that so many of them had added sugar and a lot of ingredients that I couldn't even pronounce. And at this point in my journey, remember, I've been on this journey for almost 4 years. So when I was just beginning to switch everything over, I felt very sad that I had to replace everything. I had to come up with cleaner condiments that I could use, and it was just overwhelming. So, fast forward to today, and I will tell you that I have broken up with ketchup. I've broken up with barbecue sauce, and that's not a bad thing because I was using it on a lot of food, and I did not need to be using it on all of those things. So, I have salad dressing that you buy from the store. I think this is expired too. Oh, it's expired next week. So, I haven't used this in a very long time. It just sits there for, if we have guests, they can use store-bought salad dressing because I'm sure they're not used to having weird ingredients in their salad dressing. I have store-bought barbecue sauce, which has sugar, or form of sugar, as the first ingredient. I have some organic ketchup. I have mayonnaise. I have mustard, but we'll get to that in just a minute. So these are probably the main ingredients or main condiments that we use as Americans. I honestly do not like mayonnaise. I've never liked mayonnaise, but my husband does. And so I started researching. I started trying out new recipes that I found on Pinterest. I tried making my own ketchup. I tried making my own barbecue sauce. And this is what I found. I found that I did not like them. To be frankly honest with you, I found that I did not like the taste of the homemade, cleaner versions of barbecue sauce or ketchup because my taste buds were already accustomed to that much sugar in my diet, and I wanted my ketchup to taste like ketchup. So that is saying something about how we need to reprogram ourselves so that we are not used to that much sugar, and that when we have a healthier form of ketchup, that we're okay with it. But here's another thing. I'm okay with not having ketchup on my hamburgers. I've come up with several other options that I can use, one of them being guacamole. I really like guacamole or avocado on my hamburgers, so I don't have to have ketchup all the time. And when I do eat ketchup, it is the real stuff, well, the store-bought fake stuff, really. But I don't let myself have that all of the time. So, it's your life. You have to decide for you. I can't decide. I can't make those decisions for you. So you have to decide, am I going to go to the healthier version, or is it okay if I have the store-bought version on occasion? You just have to make that decision for yourself. Mustard, yellow mustard, is generally okay. This one just has vinegar, water, mustard seed, salt, turmeric, and paprika. So there's no sugar in it. And in most yellow mustards that I have found, there's generally no sugar in it. But the rest of these things definitely have ingredients that I can't pronounce, stuff that I don't want in there, and I have found healthier options for. I will be linking a healthier mayonnaise recipe to my blog, so be on the lookout for that. But today, let's talk about salad dressings. I get so excited when my husband comes home from work and he said, guess what? I ate healthy today. I had a salad. And then I ask him the really important question, what did you put on it? Because salads, while they can be healthy, they can also be very unhealthy. We have to watch the ingredients that we put on it. And generally, Americans drench their salad in some sort of dressing, and that's what makes it not so healthy. So today I want to share my very favorite vinaigrette dressing with you, and it's super easy to make. Probably takes like 2 minutes to make, and I'm going to make that right now, and you have the option at home. If you want to try it out, go for it. Tell me if you do, because I would love to get your opinion. So in this vinaigrette, we have a half a cup of extra virgin olive oil, a fourth a cup of red wine vinegar, a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, a teaspoon of raw honey, and 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, and 2 teaspoons of chopped fresh herbs. A couple of things. Red wine vinegar typically has sulfites in it, and I would encourage you to look at the ingredients to make sure that you get one that does not have sulfites in it. And here's why. Sometimes they naturally occur in food, but sometimes they're added, and they're generally added to wine, balsamic, and red wine vinegar. And it basically, if you are a sensitive individual and maybe you don't know you are, it can bring up some symptoms of from skin to heart to lungs to your GI tract. So you want to look for something that does not have sulfites in it. So, okay, let's get making this, because this is the fun part. So we have a half a cup of extra virgin olive oil. So I'm just going to dump that right in. I just make it right in my little measuring cup. Makes it super easy to measure. It makes it super easy to stir and then pour it on your salad, because there's a little spout. Okay, and then a fourth a cup of the red wine vinegar. Just going to pour it right on there. And yes, the vinegar and oil will separate, but that's when you have to get your arm muscles in there and you stir it up real good. We have a teaspoon of Himalayan salt. So I'm just going to pour this right on in. I'm going to kind of go out of order because I like to use my measuring spoons, and I don't want to dip it in honey and then in basil. So you can use fresh herbs, and it says 2 teaspoons of fresh herbs. I use dried just because that's usually what I have on hand. They don't go bad. So then I just take half of it. So it says 2 teaspoons of fresh herbs, something like basil, oregano, parsley, or dill. I use basil. I like the taste of it, but play around with herbs. They're really good for you. And I just use 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to pour that right in there. And then we have 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. It smells real tart, but the vinegar and the lemon juice kind of counteract each other. Gives it a good flavor. And then last but not least, we have our raw honey. And I would encourage you to look for a local raw honey just because of the added benefits of wherever you're located. This can really help with your seasonal allergies. And since it's local to you, it should help your symptoms. So I'm going to put that right in there. I am going to scrape the teaspoon so I get all of it. By the way, this recipe is not Whole30 approved because it has honey in it. Honey is a natural sweetener. Whoops. And that is not allowed on Whole30, but that's okay. We use this in our food freedom. My husband really likes this recipe too, so I just use a little whisk and I stir it to get, because you can see the red wine vinegar at the bottom, so you just want to stir it and get it all mixed up. And then when it is all mixed up, you can pour it right on your salad. And then I use one of these things that you can get at Walmart in the salad dressing aisle to store my dressing in. And it will separate in the fridge, and sometimes the top layer will kind of harden. You just need to set it out on the counter about 15-20 minutes before you eat it. Or you can set it in the microwave for like 5 seconds. That's all it really needs. And then just shake it up before you put it on your salad. So that is my very favorite vinaigrette dressing, and it's super easy to make like I just showed you. So if you make it at home, let me know how it goes. I would love to know how you like it. So besides salad dressings, I'll link that recipe in my blog as well, as along with the homemade mayo, and it's super easy to make. You only need like 6 ingredients, maybe 5 ingredients. So super easy to make, and you can start switching over your condiments super easy like that. You don't have to do it overnight. You don't have to do it all in the same week, but you can do it slowly but surely and adapt as your family likes or dislikes. So I hope that's helpful to you. If it is, share it with a friend who might be wanting to have a healthier recipe for salad dressing or mayonnaise. So hope you're having a great day. I will talk to you all later. Bye.